Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to be going over the next parts of the Titanic upgrades. So let me see here, make sure this is the right book. Yeah, for this we're going to be going over upgraded parts for issue 42. And for this you're going to need the 28 main bridge details. Alright, going over the book, not the stickers, we don't need that. We don't need that. Okay, here we go, the telegraphs. We start at the telegraphs. Now those parts that went flying, I thrown them all except for 2 telegraphs from the old parts, which is a good thing it's the old parts. But I'll go ahead and I'll get this open. Oh boy, here we go again. That time it didn't fling, which is a good thing. Let me get my tweezers. That's a binnacle. It's one of the new telegraphs. We'll be going over it. I think that's the new one. No, that's an old one. Okay. So, for starters, the telegraphs, and right there are the telegraphs that you received right there. They were basically white, but I painted mine. But these are the old telegraphs. It's one of the old telegraphs. That's where I had to break it back off because where I super glued these. And then, let me find a new one. Well, come on. It's giving me a fight. Okay. Here's one of the new ones, which you got to be careful with these when you're putting these in because you can see there it's very, very flimsy. So here is the new one, and it actually has the little symbol on it. Let me try to get this on my hand. It's so small. Alright. And then here are the old one. The new one compared to the old one. This is the old one. This is the new one. Let me get the tweezers. Which you can see it there. It's a bit different. But anyway, that would be basically the telegraphs, and then let me show you what the telegraphs look like in the ship that I've got. So let me move all this stuff to the side. I got a lot of stuff everywhere. Alright. Get the ship up here. I'm gonna go right here. This is the new roof, which I'll show you in great detail here in a minute. So going into the bridge, Here are my new telegraphs inside the bridge. Which you can see there. So we got the new telegraphs in the bridge. And then, turning the page, next is this right here, the vent, which there are replacement vents, but I did not install any replacement vents into the ship because I didn't see really any point. But I will compare them. Just give me a few seconds to get it out here. It's being stubborn. All this stuff is in the way. I'm trying to get the vent. Oh, come on. Alright. Here is the replacement vent. Which looks like that. And then on the ship, let me get it. Oh, you heavy thing. Okay. On the ship, going down here, there are the original vents that you were sent with Agora and hachette. And where did I do with my tweezers? I'm losing stuff. Hang on. Where'd it go? I had it a minute ago. Oh, I see it. It's right here in between the book. Now let me just get this vent. Okay. Get you back to the vent. Put that onto the deck right beside of it. There is the new vent versus the old vent, which, like I said, I don't really, see a little bit of difference, but not much difference. So I didn't see any point in changing the two vents because there's another vent in there. So there's that. Put that back in there. Set the ship over here again. And now we're going to take a look at the binnacles, the two binnacles. So, looking for the binnacles. Here's one binnacle. I'll just go ahead and get one out because we're just looking at one. Here is the binnacle that you were sent with hachette and agora. The binnacle looks like that. I just painted mine. And then the new binnacle from the company that I buy off of is right over in here. Let's see if I can get it in focus. Alright, let me see if I can get this binnacle down beside that binnacle. We'll just have to leave it laying on the floor. But anyway, there is the old binnacle versus the new binnacle, which you can see there, it's got the little balls on each side of it, versus the one that had just the flat things on each side. And then there's another binnacle right there. So those are the new binnacles. Take time and get that out. Alright. That's that. Put that back in there. Then we have the two pillars, which there are no replacement pillars. And then last we have the steering wheels to look at. Then we'll look at some more stuff. So, the steering wheels, which the steering wheels that you were given with Agora and Hachette are right here. These are the two steering wheels that you were given. This is one of them. But that is the original steering wheel that you were given with Agora and Hachette. And then we'll look at the new steering wheel. So, put this back up here. Get it over here. Zoom it in. Let me try getting this thing down there a little bit more under the light. Or actually, I can bring the light down to it. There we go. There's the new steering wheel. And here's the old steering wheel. You can see there a whole lot different. And now that we've gone over the steering wheels and all of the stuff, we will now go over the extra stuff that you get. You get some replacement wall pieces, but I couldn't get them to work with mine. They were uneven, but you can see it's got some detail on there. It's got the little shelf. It's got a window. And right here, same thing on the other side. But I really couldn't get them to work with mine, because when I went to go put them in, which you'll see right here, the way this the original parts are made to do a slant with the deck, and if you was to use the new upgraded parts, you would have that huge of a gap, and it just wouldn't work. You'd also get some window frames, which I've painted these brown. They're usually, you know, like that color right there. But I'll show you something here. Let me find one that's already out, which is right here. I think this is one. All right. You get two different types of windows. And the thing about these window frames, they're made to insert into the window if you find the correct one that has the correct size. So if this is the correct size one, it'll just slide right in that window. If it isn't, then it won't. But they can be a little hard to try to get in there. Let me see here if I can get it started. Yeah. Okay, you can see there. And then if I was to, you know, push this, it would basically fit in like that. And then you'd have a little window. So that's the way that works. But you got multiple windows. You got the little windows. This right here is a little bit where's it at? That right there is a little bit bigger of a window. And then I'll show you where I have inserted some windows. So let me turn this ship around. There. Right down in here, you can see I inserted windows right in there around the wheelhouse. We inserted windows. They also gave you this beam, or not beam but railing. They also gave you this railing right here. I glued it to the wall. And then here are some more windows right here going down the front of the ship that I glued in. They just inserted into the window frames. And you can see how much more detail that added. So yeah, it added a lot of detail. Let me discover this thing right here. It looks like I might have missed a window right here, or... oh no, it's in there. I can see it popping out right there. That one just looks like it went a little bit too far in. Huh, that'd be fine. But yeah, you get windows. There's the inside of the wheelhouse. There's the replacement wheel. You get windows, basically. Make sure that's everything. Nope, that's not everything. There's one more thing in here I gotta go over. Let me get it. It's tiny. Another thing that was missing in the doorway. Oh, not the doorway, but the wall. Let me pull these apart. There's two of these. Basically, if you play the Titanic Honor and Glory demo, you will see these in the bridge on the wall. I think they're supposed to be like storm shutters for the windows. I got two of them left over. They look like that right there. And where those go, I'm going to go ahead and put those back in there so I don't lose them. And then we're going to turn this ship around again to here. And then we're going to zoom in up here. Where those go are basically right there on the wall. You can see them behind the steering wheel and all of the telegraphs. Right there. Basically, right back here on the wall right there. Going all the way down. Except for right here, this one don't have one. But those are like the storm shutter doors that go over top of the windows, I think. You get that. That right there is my upgraded bridge, and another thing that you'll get too, which is the last thing. For starters, this is the old roof that you got, which is in two pieces. And you know it has the beams under here, but it's in two pieces like that. And then your new roof you get is this right here. And then underneath, you have all of these beams. You have this right here where it would just rest in between the windows. This works absolutely perfect. It works a whole lot better than the one that they sent you. So let me get the ship up here again and I'll show you. get this balanced. Alright. So, basically, I'm going to take this roof, and I'm just going to line these beams up right about there, and just push down, and that's it. And then basically, if I want to take it off, I just barely use a little bit of force, and it comes off. And then it'll go right back down. Just as easy. And you can see there is the new roof. That's the new roof right there. And I think I got it under the ship, which I do. But that's the new roof versus our old roof that we had. Just put it here. Okay, hold it together like that. Versus our old roof that we had. You can see that one looks a whole lot better. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope y'all are doing safe during these troublesome times, and you all have a blessed one. And when I come back, we'll be going over more upgraded parts to the Titanic. But until then, goodbye.